Hey everybody, what's good? MidMorningSol back at it again with another playthrough part to Piofiore, Episodio 1926. And folks, we are on the fast track to the true ending for Mr. Falzone. I am glad. Last episode, we did the alternate choices. I kind of figured out what was best. Pretty much where I borked. So it was natural. I hate that this is not as forgiving as one would think. But I might have borked a couple of times, but that's okay. Because we have the true, the real, as I like to call it, chapter 5. Litigare, I don't know. But alright, we already get somebody else, somebody new. This eye, it looks just like hers. So I'm a little confused. I am confusion here because it would, how they say that, it would assume that I would assume that Teo's younger than Lily, but he says little sister. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it has to be their mother because she grew up in the church pretty much her entire life. So I don't know. Hopefully we'll get some backstory on this. Well, folks, without further ado, let's get it.
Ne, あなた見て。この子の目、あの子にそっくりなの。
ああ、本当だ。そうだね。あの子はこんな色だった。
I looked up at the grown-ups as they smiled and talked about something I didn't understand. Who is this, baby Teo?
坊や。
The man crouched down and smiled at me.
よかったら、僕たちの家の子供にならないか。
Oh, this is baby Teo. And probably his quote-unquote little sister. I don't know, he might have had a different little sister, but it couldn't be Lily because she was raised in the church the entire time. I took his outstretched hand without much thought. He gripped it firmly and took me away from the muddy cold. A warm home, delicious food, and clean clothes. Yet, you got all those things and you're still acting like a bastard. So obviously, the grass wasn't green on the other side. What had only been a dream a few days ago was now plentiful and given to me freely. A home, a family, a place to stay. The future suddenly looked bright.
ねえママ、この写真誰？
この子はね、この家の子供だったの。あなたの妹なのよ。
The fuck?
妹？僕が後に来たのに？
Yeah! So that would assume that I would assume that Lily's older than Teo, if that's the case.
ええ、あなたの方が少し誕生日が早いの。だからはお兄ちゃん。ね。
Oh gosh. Bruh, this is Teo. Stop playing with me. The hell? Damn. Mosquito or something fly near me? Okay, yes, you were born a bit earlier than her, which is why you're her older brother. So what the fuck? Oh. Okay, never mind. I was reading that wrong. They phrase stuff weirdly sometimes for me. Okay, he's still older than her. Gotcha. Yeah, my thoughts exactly, baby Teo.
写真だとよくわからないかもしれないけど、あなたのその目と同じ色の目をしていたの。
Oh my god, what is that running gag in which they don't pronounce the mystery person's name because I guess they want to create suspense? It was done in like Kill Bill and I think in anime in which they and like also like in Shin Megami Tensei when they try to pronounce God's true name, it comes out like that, but it's weird.
だから、僕を選んでくれたの？
ああ、そうだ。あの時に会えたのは、きっと神様のお導きだと思ってね。
So they use static to drown out them saying his real name. His real name isn't Teo, I got it. But we're just gonna call him Baby Teo for now.
運命だったのよ。きっと。
そうなんだ。
That baby don't know what the hell you talking about, so.
じゃあ、あの子がいれば、僕は必要なかった。
Oh, wow. Ooh, yikes. How do you surmise that as a child? Jesus. Ooh.
上手よ。何でもすぐに覚えちゃうのね。
勉強だけじゃない。運動もすごいんだ。
ママとパパが教えてくれるからだよ。
Okay.
頼もしいお兄ちゃんね。
Where the baby girl at? The existence of a younger sister I never met was marked upon me every time they called me her brother. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
お兄ちゃんだからな。妹のことは守らなくちゃダメだ。
What? Is she a ghost or something? Like, fuck?
大丈夫よ、あなた。はいい子だもの。妹のことをきっと大事にしてくれるわ。
Little did y'all know by take care mean he was gonna gut my throat.
たくさん可愛がるよ、僕。
So wait, what? Now I'm kind of confused because did they just give her up to the church?
ありがとう。あなたは本当に優しい子ね。
My parents took good care of me, but I could tell they were thinking of my younger sister whenever they looked at me with sadness in their eyes. Wow. Dante returned home from work before lunch, so I decided to visit him in his office. Dante, can I bother you a moment? I brought some cafe lattes.
ああ、入ってくれ。
That was the magic phrase. I walked into the room and set down a cup of cafe latte near the end of his desk. He was surrounded by papers as usual.
カポ、ドミニクです。セルジオもいます。
Oh, great. I can't even have a heart-to-heart with him without y'all budgeting.
ああ、入れ。
The door opened, and the two came in with stacks of papers in their arms. Dante frowned at the sight. I can imagine that. Giving a tired sigh.
またか。いくら片付けても増えるな、この手の書類は。
Well, have me do some of the work. I'm learning English just for this. Dante smiled bitterly as Domenico added to the stack already on his desk.
すみませんが頑張ってください。そっちはカポのチェックがないと通せないんで。ああ、でもこっちの書類はイタリア語ですよ。
Domenico pulled out a few large envelopes from near the top of the pile. He's like, I don't give a fuck. There's still more work. Maybe I can help? Yes! Girl, say it. Tell him. Ask him. Domenico, what are those documents for?
土地の売買についての契約書だな。ああ、そういや、ジョーちゃん、この書類の確認手伝えないか。
Damn, Domenico kicked the door open for you.
何を言っている？英語の書類だぞ。彼女に読めるわけが。
Sergio, shut the fuck up.
いや、ジョーちゃん最近ずっと英語を勉強してたんだろう？
Yes, Domenico. Ow. Thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. Why, yes. Yeah, shut your face up, Sergio, you hater. Hater-ass clown. As I nodded, Senior Jeremy's eyes widened in surprise.
だがドミニク、彼女の手を煩わせるのは
Dante, shut the fuck up. You think I want you to be bombarded with stacks of papers? Dante frowned and tried to refuse, but Domenico responded with a broad grin. Jeez, Domenico, he's MVP. He's a damn good wingman.
いいじゃないですか。これは別に見られて困るような書類じゃありませんし。
You could tell him, like, this is why I've been learning English for, to help you with this shit. In that case, please let me help. I appealed to Dante in earnest.
リリー、だがそんな、お前の手を煩わせるわけには。
Why I get the feeling he's gonna do a quick 180. He's like, Lily, I don't want to trouble you with all this work. And she's like, don't worry about it. He's like, okay, here. And gives her like half a skyscraper length stack of papers. Dante looked abashed by my offer, but I pleaded to him again. Please, Dante.
わかった。手伝ってもらえるのは正直ありがたい。
Okay, stuttering much? Just take my help, love. Dante was still hesitant, but complied without further struggle.
まあ、一緒にいたいでしょうしね、カポも。
Domenico is on fire. That's my dude. I couldn't stand when he passed away. Hell nah, we ain't having that. I knew he was a true homie. I know it's not romantic, but I kind of feel Dante on that one. If he's the type to not mix business with pleasure. Come on, man. You gotta get through the stack, bro.
ドミニク、あまり余計なことを言うと仕事を増やすぞ。
おっと、俺たちの要件は以上です。失礼します、カポ。
Domenico gave a nod before quickly making his way out of the office. For being a top member of the family, he sure was a charmingly friendly man. The best man. Senior Jeremy also nodded and took his leave. God, my voice. Say, Dante, about this over here.
またか。
As I went through the contracts, I stumbled across a few issues requiring attention. The name of the contractor being spelled incorrectly, or a discrepancy in the numbers. Ooh.
お前が手伝ってくれて正直助かった。今はニコラもいないし、他の仕事も立て込んでいるから。
That's what I'm here for, darling.
この量は俺だけでは手が回らなかったと思う。ありがとう。
Thank me more intensely later. I mean, no, I'm just happy that I could actually be of help. I was also happy to know that my studying was paying off. Go ahead, girl.
ドミニクにも一応礼を言わないとな。
Motherfucker, you should thank me too. I mean, in a more meaningful way. He smiled as I happily reached for the next batch of contracts. We agreed that I could read through the papers I could understand, while Dante took care of the more complicated documents. I suddenly noticed that he had stopped flipping through the papers and was simply staring off into space. Dante?
ああ、どうした？
Is something the matter?
いや、大したことじゃない。
Child, being boggled down with that much work would make you stir crazy, so I don't blame him. I'd stare off into space too. He shook his head, then reached for another stack of paperwork. With Nicola's absence, Dante had been attending to deals and meetings more frequently. He must be genuinely exhausted now, but I feel there's something else going on. As I worked, I kept glancing over at Dante, worried about his current condition. He must have noticed it because he looked up from his documents and spoke.
文字ばかり見ていて疲れたんじゃないか？そろそろ休憩した方が。
Honey, if you're tired, just say that. We could both rest. No, I'm fine. Really. Read the room, Liliana. It was true that I was a bit tired, but Dante must have been tired as well. I responded to him with a bright smile. Liliana, goddamn it.
グラッツェ。お前の言葉は頼もしいが、
He had to say it.
俺は少し疲れてしまった。よければ休憩に付き合ってくれないか？
Yeah, that's good. Dante, get tired? The fuck? He's the boss. He can never get tired. I bet he could tell what I was thinking. Grazie, Dante.
ジュリアに何か甘いものでも用意してもらおう。頭を使った分、糖分を補給しないと。
Yeah, I don't really like, I'm not much of a sweets person in terms of like needing it to fuel my brain. I typically just I won't eat like sugar laden shit to refuel. I try to use I go outside for walks during my breaks, my lunch and my breaks. So I never prescribe to using sweets. I know they say yeah it does help, but you could probably achieve the same result with just keeping yourself hydrated. That's about it. Okay. That's cute. Dante has a sweet tooth. We wrapped up what we were doing and headed out of the office. Julia wasn't in the salon, so we went to look for her in the kitchen. We were surprised to find that she was nowhere to be found. Ma'am. In that case, let me make you a cafe latte. Would you mind waiting in the salon for now, Dante?
いや、今日はお前が俺の仕事を手伝ってくれただろう。
Look at you.
だから俺が入れる。
Okay, I would assume you know what you're doing. Huh? A man in the kitchen? Child, please. I was taken aback by the sudden gesture. Oh my. Oh yeah, like a big portion of the story took place in the hideout. This reminds me of when we were living at the hideout. Dante gets out of the bath to meet Nicola before he is fully dressed. And Lily said, "You're not going anywhere." And she pinned him against the wall. No, I think he was wearing clothes. She did that. Stupid as I said. Oh God. Stupid as it sounds. He just jumped out of the shower half naked. Yep, I remember. No, but put your clothes on quick. Put on your clothes quickly. I left the room obediently when I saw Lily ordered me to. But I saw that she was blushing. When I returned after getting dressed, Nicola showed me the bottle of wine he brought. Lily returned to the kitchen to prepare our meal, leaving me and Nicola behind.
彼女とずいぶん仲良くなったみたいだね。
Yeah. He said such a thing without any warning.
まあ、喧嘩することもあるって聞いたけど、それもまた仲がいい証かな。
リリーに聞いたのか。
Nicola continued lightly, even though I knew he could read the expression on my face.
けど、彼女の反応を見る限り、君たちはまだ恋人同士にはなっていないみたいだね。
I mean, that changed by the end of the route, especially when he motorboated her. But, It was becoming difficult to breathe, but Nicola relentlessly added more and more to it.
だとしたら、年頃のシニョリーナの前で、あれはちょっとどうかと思うね。
あれ？
さっき裸で出てきたでしょ？下は履いていたけど。
Nicola, that's not fully naked. That's like half naked. So, like, I don't know. I wouldn't care as long as he has some pants on.
ダメなのか？
Yes.
それはそうだよ。特に彼女は教会育ちなんだし、男の裸なんて見たことないんじゃないかな。身だしなみを整えるのは最低限の礼儀だよ。朝も髪とか寝癖をつけたままで出てきたりしていない？
それはしていないはず。
But at one point, you did kind of come with your clothes undone. Or some shit like that. I don't remember. However, with the situation being what it was, I wasn't sure I had paid it enough attention. Rather,
彼女と二人で生活しているということをできるだけ考えないようにしていた。
the idea of the two of us living together.
気をつける。
All I could do now was repent. No, I needed to reclaim my honor. You acting like she, like, I don't know. Dude, calm down, is all I'm gonna say. I glanced at my cousin, but it seemed he had no further advice to dispense. My head spun frantically as I wondered how to conduct myself moving forward. Lily came in with dinner and a bright smile, halting my train of thought. Despite Dante's lack of experience with housework, he made some cafe latte for the two of us to enjoy. Lily, are you still alive? You didn't have to run to the bathroom or anything? You okay? I hope he'll be alright. Girl, you better hope you have drank alright. Dante frowned slightly, sensing what was going through my mind.
ラテくらい俺だって入れられる。サロンで待っていてくれ。
Alright. I trust you know what you're doing. I hope you don't blow up the kitchen for some odd reason. Okay. He put out a gentle hand on my shoulder to move me out of the kitchen. Probably because he don't want her to see him flailing and fumbling around. With not much else to say, I walked to the salon as instructed. Oh God. I waited quietly on the sofa, and a short while later, Dante emerged from the kitchen with our drinks, just as he promised. Grazie, Dante. Then, if you don't mind. Dante sat beside me as I took a quick sip of the cafe latte. No, I'm just kidding, she didn't do that. I mean, the milk was smooth and sweet, balancing out the bitterness of the coffee. There was quite a lot of sugar in it. Damn! Dante, how sweet do you like your drink? Holy shit, I'm surprised your teeth didn't fall out. But with how tired I was, the sweetness was soothing. I mean, one thing I can't stand is a drink too sweet. So, I don't know. I would appreciate the taste of the coffee versus like sweetening up and putting a lot of shit in it. Like, I actually, it's funny. I actually prefer my coffee iced for the most part. I do drink hot on occasion, but mostly iced coffee. I prefer it, if anything, if I could only have one thing with my coffee, it's creamer. It's a dairy product. It doesn't have to be sweet, because when I started intermittent fasting, man, my taste buds changed. And I used to, like when I was younger, I used to like sweetened coffee, but now I can tolerate it black, iced black, with cream black, and of course a sweetener and a creamer, or sweetened cream. So I don't really care too much for like sugar laden coffee. It's like defeats the purpose. It tastes wonderful. The one you made before was good too, but this somehow tastes even better. Girl, stop that line. I'm just kidding. It probably tastes better because somebody made it for you. So yeah, I do believe like when somebody makes stuff for you, for the most part, it tastes better than when you make it. He blushed a bit at my praise.
お前が俺のために英語を勉強してくれたからな。それが、嬉しくて。だから、俺も何かお前のためにできることを探そうと思った。
Child, there's a reason why this game is rated M. There's something else you could do for me too, but Lily's too modest to ask. Well, whatever. You could do a whole lot more for me, darling, if you really put your mind to it. Dante.
俺は料理はできないし、家事も得意じゃないが、カフェラテは以前お前が褒めてくれたから、練習した。
Shit, you blushing is so adorable. I did?
その気持ちはよくわかる。俺もお前のためなら、どんな努力も厭わないつもりだ。
Okay. When did he say this? I guess it was like not too long ago. My cheeks grew warm at the thought that he really did want to try his best for me. This single cup of cafe latte was filled with Dante's tenderness and hard work. Girl, you said that shit was too sweet. Whatever. When did you have time to practice?
まあ、合間を縫ってそれなりにだな。だがそれを苦には思わなかった。いつかチャンスが来た時、お前に喜んでもらいたくて。今日までにそれが間に合ってよかった。
Dante smiled shyly.
自分のために誰かが頑張ってくれるのは嬉しいと思う。改めてになるが、本当にありがとう。
I'm happy that you did this for me too. Thank you, Dante. I took another sip to savor his work. Ah, it really is good. Oh my, more baby Teo. I often found myself gazing at the picture.
僕の妹、どんな子なのかな?
It seems she went away when she was a baby. Yeah, this is baby. If you needed confirmation now, this is baby Teo, whatever his real name is, and they're referring to Lily. I don't know why the hell they gave her away. I wasn't given many details about it.
この子が帰ってきたら、パパもママも妹に夢中になっちゃう?
Well, you ain't gotta worry about that. She's never coming back.
僕のことなんていらなくなる.
Wow. It's sad though to hear a child utter these types of lines and stuff. That was a scary thought. But
妹をちゃんと可愛がれば大丈夫かも。
Lord, how that translates so bad into how you did me in the earlier chapter. Screw you, Teo. Or baby Teo. Well, no, he's a child. Screw you, Teo.
妹と仲良くすれば僕は本当にこの家の子供にしてもらえるのかも。
Aww. I was both anxious and scared to meet her. Still, I wanted to see her. The day must have been a Sunday. Papa was at home with the day off from work. Mama was preparing us a hearty meal. I was, for some reason, I couldn't remember exactly. Perhaps reading a book or playing. All I remembered was the door slamming open. The hell? All at once, there was noise and yelling, and Mama and Papa quickly... What? Mama and Papa and quickly. There's so many ands, oh my god. Let me read this again. All at once, there was noise and yelling, and Mama and Papa and quickly wrapped me in their arms. My stomach suddenly felt hot. He got hit! It hurt so much I could hardly cry out. As my parents held me in their now limp arms, I slowly looked up at the blurring ceiling.
ひどいな。
Who the hell is this?
見ろ、子供が生きてる。
No. Well, no, they didn't kill him.
かわいそうに。もう大丈夫だからな。
I didn't have any strength left to push him away. They took me with them, and I began life anew somewhere far away. I was now living in a holy place they called the church. Perhaps my future would have been different had I made a different choice at some point in life. When would that choice have been? Everything was trivial to me now. Dreaming about the past wouldn't change the present. Nothing could stop the gears of fate. That sounds like something of Blaze Blue. Weird. I was more energized after having the sweet cafe latte that Dante made for me. After our break, Lily insisted on cleaning up, so I headed out of the salon. I tried several times to refuse, but she always manages to have her way when she was determined. As I walked down the corridor, one of my men stopped me to hand over a telegram that had just arrived. I sat in my chair to read what it was about. It was a report from Nicola. The Visconti had not been hit. He had reason to believe that the Chicago Mafia was helping their deals come through safely.
新参者を嫌うシカゴの連中が、か。違和感があるな。
I knew the families in Chicago kept the old traditions alive by meeting periodically. It was sad, not sad, it was said they weren't welcoming of those of us entering the American market after. Furthermore,
アメリカ？じゃあシカゴか。
いや、お前も知ってるだろう、ダンテ。シカゴマフィアは排他的すぎてつながりが持てねえんだ。最近じゃシカゴの連中との取引なんてとんとご無沙汰だな。
You was a little liar, Gilbert.
先日ギルバートとの会食で、あの男はシカゴとの間にはつてがないとはっきり言っていた。これはニコラの調べと矛盾する。
So, Nicola's your right hand. you gotta take his word for it over Gilbert's. Nicola was too talented in gathering intelligence to share false information. There had to be a good reason behind all this. It was difficult to imagine that Chicago would welcome the Visconti with open arms. Gilbert has the connections back in America. He's an American, so I don't see why not. If so, there was a possibility that another person or group was involved in some way. That's true. Perhaps this someone was acting as a liaison to further their own agenda.
ともあれ今の情報だけで結論を出すのは早すぎる。
The report continued. He was asking me which one I wanted. I had managed to narrow it down to a list of candidates, but hadn't made my decision yet.
ファミリーの未来のためにも、ここで判断を誤るわけにはいかない。
After putting away the cups, I went back to Dante's office to help him with work again.
リリー、さっきまでも十分すぎるほど付き合わせたのに、悪いんだが。
Dante, I wanna help.
あと少しだけ手伝ってもらえると助かる。
I thought you were gonna turn me away. I'd be happy to. I'm ready for anything. Including you throwing the papers, clearing out the desk, and having you. I'm just kidding. That never happens. No, that happens, but not. I assume that Dante's not bold enough to do that. The overwhelming majority of documents could only be reviewed by Dante. I wanted to do what I could to help shoulder the load, so I began reading through more documents as carefully as possible.
この書類で最後だ。
What a relief. I'm glad to hear it, Dante. We were finally done with today's paperwork. I looked out the window at the golden sunset.
お前がいてくれたおかげで夕食までに片付いた。本当にありがとう。
I know I am. Not at all. I'm just happy that I was able to help you in some way. As tired as my eyes were, my sense of satisfaction far outweighed my fatigue.
それに、顔を上げるたび、お前がそこにいてくれるというのも、良かったというか。かえって仕事のやる気につながった気がする。これだとドミニクを叱れないな。
I'm glad. I appreciated Domenico for giving me this opportunity. I would definitely make his favorite cannoli for him again.
ああ、そうだ。夕食の前に何件か電話を済ませようと思うんだが。
Say no more. I'll go and help Julia. I stood up and left the office so that I wouldn't get in the way of his calls. I peeked into the kitchen. This time Julia was in there. Girl, where you was at? We was hungry. Julia, is there anything I can do? Is there anything I can help you with?
まあ、いいんですか？でしたら早速オーブンを見てもらえると助かります。
Girl, what you cooking? What we having?
そろそろフォカッチャが焼き上がるんですが、ちょうど手が離せなくて。
Okay. Fresh baked bread. I tell you, if it's one thing I probably have to practice more on is handling dough and baking bread. I can't do it to save my life. Like making biscuits. Oh God, my voice. Making biscuits from scratch, scones or scones, however you want to pronounce it. Making that from scratch. Yeah, I kind of want to practice more on baking fresh bread. You can count on me. I followed Julia's orders and helped her get the rest of dinner ready. A few days had passed. Dante had been trying to get in contact with Gil for some reason, but it seemed that Gil was busy too, so they hadn't been able to talk at all. With no other work to assist with, I decided to spend some time reading in the salon. I was continuing where I left off in The Great Gatsby, which I had borrowed from Dante. It was not a very popular novel, but it was a very interesting story of an American millionaire's life. Suddenly,
今、話しかけても
what you want, Sergio? What you talking about, Sergio? What you want? Senor Jeremy called for my attention. Why, yes. How can I help you? I looked up from the book and turned toward him.
英語の書類のことだ。かなりの量を手伝ったと聞いた。
Yes, I did. You heard correctly. As I wondered how I should answer, he suddenly lowered his head.
これまで失礼な態度を取った。すまなかった、シニョリーナ。
Look at you! Realizing your mistake and owning up to it. I appreciate that. Alright, Sergio, I won't give you the nasty, the ninth degree. I won't give you the cold shoulder. Alright, you cool in my book. Please, don't worry. I could understand why you didn't see me in a good light.
ファミリーの一人として礼を言わせてくれ。あなたのような女性がカポの支えになってくれるのは、このファルツォーネファミリーにとって幸運なことだ。
Yes, honey. Turn that 180, darling. Show me a new life. I love you, Sergio. Thank you, Senor. Senor Jeremy gave me another earnest nod before heading out of the salon. Okay, hold on, y'all. So, it's spelled differently. Is the E a thing, or is it SIGNOR? Not really familiar with honorifics and titles and stuff, so forgive my lack of knowledge. I suppose he was just one of the many members in the family who thought about Dante's well-being. Meanwhile, absence, which I wish these meanwhile stories would get the hint. Oh, it's good, Gil.
ゲラ、ファルツォーネからの電話は取り継がなくていいんだよな。
Come on now, learn from your mistakes, Mr. Redford.
ああ、留守だって伝えてくれ。
What? Why would you not? Oh my god. Oh, Gilbert.
わかった。
Lord have mercy. It wasn't that I didn't have my doubts. Dinner was great, but it was in the past now. What I needed to think of was the future.
そろそろ潮
Oh
時か。
God. Is this gonna be more of a blind side? Because we never... Gil spoke to Dante and let him know, hey, starting tomorrow, we're enemies. Just thought I'd let you know. So they're just gonna do a surprise attack?
ギルバート、用意はできたか？表に車を回した。あとはお前が乗り込むだけだ。
ああ、わかった。すぐに降りる。
Knowing I had somehow earned their respect and acceptance made me a bit happy. Dante should be in his office right now. I went back to reading my novel, thinking that I should bring a cafe latte to him later. I was having dinner with Dante tonight. The meal was set and ready on the table. We had minestrone with ripened tomatoes and a dish of sauteed leafy vegetables with garlic. Woo! to the sauteed leafy vegetables. I hate. Well, actually, I don't hate tomatoes, but I tend not to like it in its uncooked form. I very, 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 very rarely tolerate bruschetta. And then yeah, diced tomatoes. If it's diced, I'll stomach it. But if like the whole freaking fruit, I hate tomatoes. But I like all the byproducts like salsa, ketchup. I'm just a dumbie. Ooh, what the hell? There was also bucatini with creamy crab sauce, as well as some charred grilled fish steaks. What the hell is bucatini? Bucatini, a long tubular pasta slightly thicker than spaghetti. It is common to central Italy. Interesting. Cool. We poured some spumante into our glasses and prepared to toast when suddenly Leo came into the salon looking visibly agitated.
ダンテさん、食事中にすみませんが、これを。
Leo handed Dante a piece of paper with a message written on it. Well, it's definitely not good. He looked down at the paper in silence, and his expression clouded.
執務室に報告書も届けておきます。ああ、わかった。
Leo quickly made his way out of the salon. Dante looked up at me from the note in his hand.
リリー。
What is it?
近々、ローマに行く必要がありそうだ。
You going to Rome without me, babe? The unexpected news took my breath away. After dinner, I returned to my room to get ready for bed. Dante is probably working right now. After he received the message, he finished his meal quickly and headed straight to his office. Why would he need to go to Rome? What was in the message that Leo gave him? He hadn't elaborated further, so I didn't press him for any information. But Dante looked like he had just gotten some very bad news. Maybe I was worrying too much, but it still bothered me. As I sat, lost in my thoughts, I heard a knock on the door. I hurried to the door with anticipation. Sure enough, Dante was standing there with a serious expression on his face.
お前に話がある。時間をもらえるか。
Those dreaded 4 words. We need to talk. Of course. Please come in. Sensing his urgency, I beckoned him inside. I was sure that this wouldn't be good news. We both sat down on the sofa, and he looked somewhat reluctant to start. Then, as though he had made up his mind, he looked me in the eye.
夕食の席でローマに行く必要があると話したが、それはある取引の現場を抑えるためだ。今回はリリーにも一緒に来てもらおうと思っている。
Ow! Oh yeah, let's go! Huh? I hadn't expected that at all, but the response burst from the from the top. I hadn't expected that at all, but the response burst from me in an instant. Of course I'd love to go with you! But why? You don't want to be lonely, my love.
これはまだ裏が取れていない情報だが、ビスコンティ、ギルバートが俺たちの敵に回っているかもしれない。
Oh my. Okay, so that hasn't changed. Oh gosh. What?
もう少し確証が持てる段階になってから詳しい説明をさせてほしい。お前とギルバートも知らない仲じゃない。だからどんな結果だろうと伝えるつもりだ。
I I knew he was being considerate by telling me, and I looked down in an effort to hide my confusion. Dante, you have your family to care for, and so does he. You're both part of the mafia, so I knew there was always a possibility that you would one day face each other as enemies. But
それに何より同じ視線をくぐった仲なんだ。親しくなるのも当然だよな、だって。
いや、別に仲良くはないが。
Oh, Dante, you don't need to be embarrassed.
これくらいじゃ嫌わねえよ。心配するな、ダンテ。
誰が心配したんだ、誰が。
I couldn't deny the fact that this was all too sudden.
とりあえずはギルバートに直接連絡して話を聞いてみるつもりだ。
Child, he keep avoiding your calls. Only now did I realize the reason he was trying to get in contact with him was to confirm the truth.
そして今日レオが入手してきたのはビスコンティ宛ての電報だった。差出人はラウル・ギルラン大王。
Raul? Why would he be contacting Gil? Girl. Dante continued, seeing that I was flustered.
ラウル・ギルラン大王がファミリーを裏切ろうとしている。
Yes. Did you not? You remember it, Lily. That's the reason.
カポである俺を追い落とすつもりで一部の幹部たちを抱き込んでいるようだ。
That's exactly what, you can't put two and two together? Or maybe you forgot?
ファルツォーネを裏切るようラウルをそそのかしたのはギルバートだったという可能性がある。
What?
電報によるとラウルは近々ギルバートとローマで取引をするつもりらしい。その際に報酬の受け渡しをすると。
How did y'all get this telegram then? Did you intercept it? Or did a Visconti tip you off?
粛清の時ラウルを見逃したのはあの男と政府ファシスト党とのつながりを確かめるためだ。
This ain't gonna bite you in the ass because this is the true ending, but I hope it doesn't bite you in the ass because this is our good ending. But still say you should have clapped him when you had the chance.
過去の情報からはビスコンティとのつながりを感じさせるものは特になかった。
But now there is. Dun dun dun.
だがビスコンティに対しての疑惑は他にもある。
He seemed to be certain about what he was about to say next, and I felt myself grow tense. Excuse me.
先日の会食でギルバートはシカゴとのつてはないと言っていただろ
う。Yes, he is a little liar. Yes. That wasn't a question. Yes.
アメリカ？じゃあシカゴか。
いや、お前も知ってるだろう、ダンテ。シカゴマフィアは排他的すぎてつながりが持てねえんだ。最近じゃシカゴの連中との取引なんてとんとご無沙汰だな。
I remembered it quite vividly.
だがニコラが掴んできた情報によればそれは嘘だ。
So, my voice. So, he is working with them?
その上、うちと違ってビスコンティはシカゴでの検閲を一度も受けていない。
Not once? That couldn't be a coincidence. If it were true, there had to be a reason behind it.
シカゴマフィアたちは横のつながりが強い。その分、後発で土地に参入してくる組織には風当たりも強くなる。普通に考えれば ビスコンティが連中に歓迎されるはずはない。誰かが裏で仲立ちをしている可能性がある。
I think it's Yuan and some of the people that, because he ain't popped up in the story at all. Lao Shu kind of was like, yeah, whatever. And then we didn't hear from him all throughout the rest of the bad route. Like the common part of Dante's route, that's it. That's all we heard of him. So I think because they do have the Liu Huanghui have connections in Chicago, and they're doing a business deal with the Visconti based on the bad ending and the fact that, yeah, we haven't heard from Lao Shu yet, and they're involved. So
そして本当にギルバートがシカゴとつながりを持っているなら。
Dante appeared calm, but there was a hint of distress in his voice.
検閲でうちが扱う品を摘発させることも決して難しくはないだろう。
Did Gil really set up the Falzone? Seeing that I was at a loss for words, Dante smiled at me and spoke reassuringly.
とはいえ、シカゴ絡みの動きについてはまだ推測の段階だ。引き続きニコラにも詳しく調べてもらっている。
So the reason you're going to Rome is to confirm whether Gil is really connected to Raul?
ああ、電報に書かれていたものが真実か。本当にギルバートがラウルに裏切りをそそのかしたのか。
I want to say it's the other way around. Have faith in Gil, old boy. I think, whatever. Even though that bastard shot me dead, it's bad ending. I think Raul wants. He's convincing everybody. I don't think it's Gil convincing or coercing Raul. It's Raul coercing Gil, because they were fine prior to the Legion of Doom, which I call Yuan, Teo, Raul. Everything was fine prior to them showing up. Once they showed up and met together, that's when things start going haywire.
はっきりさせるつもりだ。
I honestly think Gil got lassoed in, unfortunately. His statement seemed definitive, but I saw a hint of uncertainty in his eyes.
ビスコンティが本気でうちを潰すつもりで動いているなら、俺が街を出ている隙を狙って抗争を仕掛けてこないとも限らない。そうなればお前は格好の標的だ。ギルバートの性格からしてお前を狙うことはまずないと思うが。
Yeah, that bad ending says otherwise. Dante looked at me with the utmost seriousness.
状況が状況だから万一のこともある。だから今回は俺と一緒に来てほしい。そばでお前を守りたいんだ。
Dante. I gazed at him, slowly taking in what he told me, then nodded in confirmation. I understand. I'll go with you. Transform. I don't know. Interesting. Who's transforming? What? Where? When? Why? This is Raul. Yes.
ダンテはどうしているかな。私の予想ではそろそろ偽の情報に食いついた頃だけど。
Damn, the telegram. Yeah, you have to wonder, because if it's addressed to the Visconti, how did Leo get a hold of it? If this is true. I made the telegram easy to intercept for the Falzone's benefit. Yeah, I'm like, come on, bruh. Ain't no way in hell you could have got that transcript. That telegram, sorry.
ギルバート・レッドフォードの動向を私が直接教えてあげるわけにはいかない。彼に自ら掴んでもらわないと。
Oh, thank you for not spoiling, Raul. I appreciate that. Leading the Falzone and the Visconti to battle each other, I couldn't let it be known yet that this was exactly the development I had in mind.
ダンテがローマに来るようなら、その動きもしっかり監視しておかないと。テオが挨拶したいと言っていたし、情報を流してあげるのもいいか。
After all, selling favors to a representative of the church will help me in the long run.
ファルツォーネの利権が私の手の中に転がり込むまで。
Fat chance, girly doll. I couldn't wait.
旧態然とした組織を新しく変革しよう。抱き込んだ幹部たちと共に。ね。
A lot of them got clap rolls, but I don't know who else is left. Dante smiled. Yes, we could see that. Thank you.
出立は3日後だ。準備を進めておいてくれ。
3 days happened. Oh. The following day, I was preparing for our trip to Rome. How romantic. Not really. What should I bring with me? I opened up the suitcase that one of the men brought to me and stared into the empty space. The only time I had ever left Berlone was when I went to the Terme with Dante. What the hell? Terme? But unlike then, I wasn't sure how long we would be gone this time. I should probably pack as much as I can fit in here. I should bring a book with me too. I don't know how people did it back in the day, traveling and, well, I mean, yeah, you could look at the scenery as the car like drives past whatever, but damn, I don't know, you don't know how long this trip is, and woo! Yeah, I'm glad we living in a day of age where we have so many avenues of entertainment at the palm of our hands. I was just about finished packing. Take the cat too. Stuff him in the back. Carlo, who had been keeping an eye on me all the while, stood atop my thigh, or my things inside. What the fuck were my thighs? Really, Carlo? I have to close it now. I picked Carlo up out of the suitcase and set him down beside it, only to have him force his way back in. It's as though he knows I'm going to be gone away for a while. Impatience. Yes, Carlo, you are very impatient. What the hell? My dog going berserk out there?
ウィスコンティとラウルがね。
Any information Dante learned in Berlone was being sent to me via telegram. This one said that the Visconti hadn't made any real moves yet, likely because they still wanted to avoid conflict. Dante was going to Rome to verify their deal, and he was bringing Lily with him. The telegram ended on a note on Domenico and Jeremy taking care of matters while he was gone.
ファルツォーネファミリーの人材不足も深刻だね。
Well, we had no one to blame but ourselves. After all, we lost a lot of men from the recent purge. I even recall joking about that with Dante before I left.
この件が片付いたら、イタリア系以外の人材を登用することも改めて考えるべきかもしれないな。
それ、シルビオが聞いたらどう思うかな。棺から這い出てきても知らないよ。
それは怖いな。
I had better send my message right away. Dante was making the right decision, but aside from that,
近々大きく相場が動きそうだ。そろそろ結論が欲しい。
Oh, y'all, what the hell is it called? Shit, I forgot the term where you know the market is going to turn a simple way, so you have like an edge. and like you know to sell or buy more stock and then sell it when the time is nigh. I forgot. I hate that it escaped my memory, but yeah, I wonder if if he's doing that.
僕に言われなくても分かっていると思うけど、このままだと時期を逃すよ。
Like it's illegal, of course, but like some folks that do it, that they have that knowledge ahead of time, they manipulate the market like that. You want to come too, Carlo? I know you'll be lonely, but not this time. It wasn't gonna be a vacation. Rats. It was a trip that could change the future of the family, one bound to come with danger. With Carlo finally out of my suitcase, I finally buckled it closed and breathed a sigh. I suddenly heard a knock on the door.
俺だ。入ってもいいか？
Oh yeah, come on in. Please do. Dante came in the room and looked at the suitcase I had just closed.
もう荷造りが終わったのか？
Yeah, fuck, I don't fuck around. Yes, just now. I mean.
そうか。慌ただしくなってしまってすまないな。
It's okay. Shit, Lily, you a much better woman than I am. I am a procrastinator. I'll be probably packing like the night before. Seeing Dante looking guilty, I laughed and shook my head. Oh, don't worry. You know I don't travel much outside of Berlone. So I'm actually excited to be able to go to Rome. Oh, but I do understand that it's not there's no that, sorry. Oh, but I do understand it's not a vacation or anything of the sort. I added that last part quickly, and Dante smiled with relief.
そうか。向こうでゆっくりはできるかわからないが、少しでも時間を取れたらと思っている。
Yes, child, why not? Really? I would love that. Knowing that he was thinking about me was enough, but I was feeling even more optimistic now.
いろんなことが落ち着いたら、そのうち旅行にでも行こう。
Oh, that would be nice. It seemed that more than to appease me, he was genuinely looking forward to such plans.
どこか行きたいところはないか？もちろん国外でも構わない。
Look at this. Any place you like to go. Can even go overseas. I'm about to say underseas. What the fuck, Sasha? Can even go overseas. Ooh. Overseas? Well, since I'm learning English, how about America? Oh, but my pronunciation isn't very good yet. I've been practicing by listening to the records. Duolingo existed back then? Ah, be damned. I blushed, feeling somewhat embarrassed at the idea, but Dante looked at me with kind eyes.
これだけ読み書きができるようになったんだ。きっと喋る方もすぐ上手くなる。
Wow, to read and write in English. Shit, I really wish I would have kept on my studies when I was trying to learn Spanish. Because like South Florida, specifically Miami-Dade County, and real specifically like Hialeah, Miami Lakes area, you have to know Spanish. You pretty much have to, especially Hialeah. They mostly speak Spanish down there. But how I started was I was speaking it and could read it, but I couldn't write it. It was weird, I know. Like you would think to write and read first and then speak it, but no. I spoke some and then I read some. And then writing, I didn't really write anything. But I don't know. I don't think that's the conventional way. I think you're supposed to read and write first and then speak it if you need to.
だがそう焦らなくていい。英語は俺も喋れるし、頼ってくれると嬉しいというか、いや、じゃなくて、言葉のことは置いておいて、 行ってみたい場所はないのか？
Ooh, Lily, think carefully on this one.
フランスでもイギリスでもどこでもいい。ああ、だがドイツは避けた方が無難か。
Yes, you indeed should avoid Germany. But that sounds like you don't want to go overseas. I want to go over. We want to go overseas, Dante. Now, don't you, what is it? Well, don't you renege on what you offered. You said overseas, sir. That's where we want to go. Germany? Oh, that's right.
ドイツはファシズムと反ユダヤの動きが強まっている。特にフューラーなど露骨に反ユダヤ派の企業を重用しているからな。
Now that you mention it, in the newspaper you gave me, there was an article about a well-known businessman in America being accused of anti-Semitism as well.
ああ、確か数年前の話だな。しかし今後も世界的にドイツの動きが強まるようなら。
In the middle of the conversation, Dante stopped as though he had realized something. Dante, is something the matter?
いや、実は少し悩んでいることがあって。
What is it? Come to think of it, he also seemed deep in thought like this back in his office. Dante turned toward me with a serious look.
以前、株式の売買について説明したのを覚えているか？
Did he explain? It was like very generic. Yes.
今、アメリカの自動車売買のシェアはある一社がほぼ独占している。
Ford?
だからその社の株式を今から買ってもあまり儲けは期待できない。高値もついているから大量に買うのは難しいし、堅実な線ではあるが今後は頭打ちになるかもしれない。大きく儲けるなら、まだ評価されていない他の銘柄を狙うべきだ。
That's the game we play, folks. You try to get where folks don't know about something. This is what I do for crypto, and I actually have another channel in which is dedicated to financing in crypto and all that good stuff. I haven't really updated it, but pretty much you go in with this attitude when it comes to stocks and when it comes to crypto. You go where folks don't know about it and you like keep an eye on it. You go in like and you only invest what you can afford to do. Meaning you plan on buying stock from these companies while they're still inexpensive. Ding 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 ding. Yeah. That made a lot of sense. But it also seemed easier said than done. You don't know what happened. Even I could tell there was a great risk in speculating on an unknown company's potential. Yep. So what has been bothering you?
その社の創設者は、反ユダヤ主義者としても知られている。
Well, that's not gonna gel well.
ユダヤ系の人々の間では、徐々に不買が広がっているはずだ。
If this is true, I'm wondering which one is it?
それにあの会社の車はモデルチェンジがなく、買い替えを検討している層からは人気が低い。
Or they probably made this, I don't know, because they do tend to gravitate. I know that disclaimer in the beginning of the video, or I'm saying video, when every time you start up the game makes a disclaimer that the stories based off of fact, but in nature, the whole story is fiction, names used, likeness is just a coincidence. But I'm pretty sure they're describing, or not I'm pretty sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're describing a company that is like this, because from what I could tell, it's what, Ford, General Motors, I don't know. American car company, Dodge, but I think Dodge, Chrysler, Dodge. I would assume the monopoly was Ford, and then maybe the other two that I mentioned came into play.
つまり、そうだ。
A great
必然
percentage
的
of
に
market
これまで
share
より
makers
他社に流れる割合が
Oh, so the monopoly, the company that's a monopoly is gonna get is digging their own grave at this time. They're doing fine now, but they're digging a hole for themselves to get buried in by the other car makers. So get in with the other car makers. So that's what you should have did. That's what you should do. As Dante spoke, it sounded as though he was talking to himself now, because I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I'm just kidding. Dante?
すまないリリー。少し調べ物をしないと。
Yes, honey, make that money. He gave my arm a light touch before heading to the door. As he took hold of the doorknob, he continued to mumble to himself. That man's going stark raving mad crazy.
ああ、それと、ローマに行く前にニコラにも指示を出しておかなければ。
Would he make it in time though? Because shit, telegrams are antiquated as fuck. Oh, good luck with work, Dante. I was startled by Dante's sudden behavior, but I wished him well as usual. That was very strange. I suppose Dante must have had some sort of epiphany. Okay, I guess we're on our way to Rome. Yep. 2 days later, we left for Rome with Leo and a few of the other soldiers as our bodyguards. As we drove through the forest, I looked back to watch the sight of Berlone shrinking away. The buildings along the road and the swans drifting across the river looked brilliant. Leo had some business to attend to, so we parted ways when we arrived at Roma Termini. He said he would be taking a separate train to Venice. As for me and Dante, we arrived at the hotel and were escorted to our rooms by the guards. Okay, what we got? Let's see this Rome. Oh, this is pretty. Oh my god, it would hold up. I think it was like a luxury hotel in today's age too. It looks beautiful. I set down my luggage, taking in a deep breath to manage my excitement. Yes, girl, get excited. This is beautiful. Did you see the Colosseum on the way here? My heart was pounding at the sight of it. I can't believe we're actually in Rome. We even passed by the famous Basilica of Santa Maria in Cosmedin. I probably said that wrong. Where the mouth of truth stood. What the hell is that?
ああ、確かに外ばかり眺めていたな。移動中退屈せずに済んだならよかった。
Yeah, shit. If I lived back in them days, I would have been bored out my skull. Dante took his hat off as he spoke, pausing briefly before continuing.
せっかくのローマなのに、観光もできず通り過ぎるだけになってすまないな。
But shit, we can do it on our actual vacation. This is business, so I understand, dog. Not at all. I was having a lot of fun seeing it all one right after the other.
今回は難しいかもしれないが、俺としてもまた今度改めて一緒に来たいと思う。
Yeah.
国外と違って、ローマは情勢さえ落ち着けば気軽に来られる距離だ。次こそゆっくり観光しよ
う。Ooh, I'm looking forward to it. Really? That would be wonderful. Dante then looked at the clock and blinked in surprise.
もうこんな時間か。そろそろ腹が減ったんじゃないのか？
Oh, well, now that you mention it.
ひとまず夕食にしよう。ローマまでの移動で疲れも溜まっただろうしな。
That would be great, but are you sure? We did come to Rome for a specific reason. I wanted to be sure that it wouldn't disrupt his plans.
明日、チェルキ通りのホテルにギルバートが現れると掴んだ。
Via de searching, right?
おそらくそこでラウルと接触するつもりだろう。だから今夜は時間がある。
I see.
夕食はちゃんと美味しいものを食べよう。ホテルを出て近くのバールにでも行かないか。
I'd love to. Thank you, Dante. Dante offered his hand to me, and I stood up, heading out with him for our dinner. Hell yeah. We walked along Rome's lamplit roads together. That alone was special enough to fill me with joy beyond compare. This city, even the air we were breathing was different from the coastal Berlone. What's more toxic or some shit? We settled down nearby, where we sat at a table facing the beautiful nighttime streets. Hopefully you don't get hit by a beautiful nighttime car. First came our appetizer. What? This looks like the same jank in Berlone. What the hell? A plate of marinated potatoes accented with chopped anchovies. Ugh. I should not get until I try it. Accented with chopped anchovies and prosciutto with freshly cut figs. Again, I should not get until I try it. As I admired the dish, I heard a familiar voice because you warped back to Berlone magically.
よう、こんなとこで会うなんて奇遇だな。
What the fuck? Oh, great. Well, the magical bubbly feeling is gone now. Let's get to business. Let's get to the brass tacks. Gilbert! Gil? I nearly yelled his name out in surprise. Girl, you gonna be doing that in this route. No cap. Dante quickly regained his composure and narrowed his eyes at Gil. So why you keep avoiding my calls, motherfucker?
ギルバート、どうしてお前がここに？
Yeah, what are you doing here? The same can be said for you. Without asking permission, Gil sat down at our table and spoke in his casual way.
なんだよ、そう怖い顔しなくてもいいだろう。俺に会いにわざわざここまで来てくれたんじゃねえのか？
Bruh, are you serious? You know that the telegram, it's fake. So you know that it's fake?
お前やニコラがローマで仕事するとき、この近くのホテルをよく使ってるよな。それくらい俺も当然知ってる。
Yikes.
あそこはセキュリティもしっかりしたホテルだ。値は張るが、サービスもいい。
Gilbert, stop that crazy talk.
だから、食事の頃合いを狙って、この辺りのバードにでも足を運べば、こうして会えるかと思ってんな。
Yeah. We don't want to hear that fuck shit. Come on, Gilbert. Gil seemed to have not a care in the world, but Dante's expression only grew tighter with each word. Dante spoke in a low voice that conveyed his displeasure.
よくも俺の前に顔を出せたものだな。
Ooh! He did not attempt to hide the anger he felt. As Gil sighed, his smile faded.
ま、ここに来たってことは、いろいろ事情は知ってるんだろう？どこまで掴んだ？
イタリア系マフィアはシカゴとの取引で厳しい検閲を受け、軒並みトラブルに見舞われている。だがビスコンティはその検閲を一度も受けずに済んでいるそうだな。それはシカゴに何かしらのつてがあるからだ。
そんなもんねえよ。うちが見逃されてるのは単に運が良かったんだろう。
Gilbert, money, cut the shit. We know you got inside connections. I don't know how, but you do have them. Gil shrugged, then looked over at me.
なあ、リリー。あんたはどう思う？
Oh shit. Why are you dragging me into this? I thought for a bit before answering. This better not be a choice. Oh, come on. If I say the wrong thing, I think he's gonna shoot me or something because I know too much. Hold on. So stupid. God damn it. There's something going on. Real talk, I hate saying I have a feel like I don't know. I have a feeling if you tell him that he's gonna kill you or something. But there is something going on. Come on now. I'm gonna stick with that. I think there's something going on. Of course, I don't want to believe that you would do anything to harm us, but I had to be honest with Gil. I wish you would stop bullshitting us. You said before that you weren't doing any deals in Chicago. But now you're saying that your goods weren't confiscated because of good luck? Come on, dude. Lie better than that. He had basically admitted to still shipping his goods to Chicago.
なるほど。確かにな。
Yeah, I am right, aren't I? Please don't kill me. Despite being caught, Gil didn't look uneasy. On the contrary, he seemed to be smiling with satisfaction.
ま、俺はシカゴ出身だ。向こう
Yeah.
の人間にも顔なじみがいないわけじゃねえ。
So, yeah. He's from America. He's from Chicago. So, like, it's only natural he would know where to call in and get some strings pulled for him, rather.
だが、たったそれだけを理由に、向こうの連中がビスコンティに便宜を図ってくれるとでも
And, who you meeting up with. I think it's the Liu Huanghui that is also giving him a leg up. It seemed Gil was going to be firm in his stance that they weren't getting any help from Chicago, but Dante responded immediately.
他の組織と比べても、ファルツォーネは摘発の際に大きな損害を出している。それは、例えば誰かが故意にうちの情報を流したからじゃないのか。答えろギルバート。売ったのか、ファルツォーネの情報をシカゴに。
そう思うのか、お前は。
Gil met Dante's glare with one of his own.
仮にそうだとしても、リスクが大きすぎる。この件には何か裏がある。違うか。
さて、どうだかな。
Bruh, stop that line. Gil shrugged off the subject and said nothing more. Dante frowned, irritated by his demeanor. I looked down at his hand and saw him clenching his fist in frustration.
と、流行るなよ。ここには一般人もいる。うかつに銃を抜くわけにはいかねえよな、お互いに。それより、裏ね。どうしてそう思う？何が疑問なんだ？
Oh, whoops, I might have cut him off. Whatever. No, let me not be mean. Go on, say what you gotta say.
それより、裏ね。どうしてそう思う？何が疑問なんだ？
Okay, I might have just, whatever, just to be safe. Dante was still glaring at Gil.
俺の推論が正しいとすれば、お前は何のためにファルツォーネを撃った？金のためか、それともシカゴに取り入るため。それなら別の方法もある。同じ町を土壌とするファルツォーネを敵に回すのは ビスコンティにとって大きな危険を伴うはずだ。
Gil's eye narrowed as he stared at Dante. After a short while, he began to speak.
忘れてねえよな、ダンテ。俺はこれまでに何度も言ってきた。この国じゃ、マフィアとしての未来はねえって。うちは、ビスコンティ一家は、うまくシカゴに取り入らねえと、先がねえ。生き残るために、俺たちは選ぶ必要がある。今はその岐路にいるんだ。大層な使命は抜きにしてよく考えろ。マフィアである以上、お前らファルツォーネもこの選択からは逃れられないはずだ。
Gil looked Dante straight in the eye.
お前はどうする、ダンテ。
俺は
Dante paused for a moment, then slowly rose from his seat. What are you doing? Gil stood up faster than Dante, smiling and distancing himself a bit.
こんなとこで取り物か？やめとけ。俺だって別に逃げ回るつもりはねえ。
Gil pulled a piece of paper out of his pocket and handed it to Dante.
なあ、ダンテ。お前が掴んでるのは、明日、
Oh, look at
チェルキ
you.
通りのホテルである取引に俺が現れるって話だろ。それはおとりだ。決着をつけたいなら、お前のファルツォーネの答えを決めてからここに来い。ああ、よければシニョリーナも一緒にな。離れてるのが心配でわざわざこっちまで連れてきてるんだろ。
You're referring to me like I'm a little object. Ugh.
もちろん話がどうなろうと女に手を出す気はねえよ。ただ。
Oh, you don't have to lay a hand on me. You could let a bullet lay it. You could lay a bullet into me, you bastard. Something like a flame flickered in his gaze.
ここに来ない。もしくはお前がこの後に及んで答えを出さないなんて中途半端な真似をするなら。これ以上お前に敬意を払う必要はねえ。ビスコンティはファルツォーネと全面抗争の道を選ぶ。
Dante quietly took the paper from Gil. With one last smile, Gil took his leave. Why you ain't ask him about why he hasn't accepted his calls and shit? I don't know. That's kind of being petty, but we got the meat of what we need to get. Although still a bit rattled, we tried to make the most of our time at dinner together. I kept myself as bright and happy as possible. Dante avoided talking about what happened by remarking on the various sights in Rome. After our dinner, we returned to the hotel. I had finished getting ready for bed and was about to go to sleep when... Dante spoke my name.
リリー、さっきのギルバートがよこしてきた紙のことだが、3日後の夕方5時、フォロロマーノの近くにある廃屋が指定されていた。
Foro Romano? That's not a good deal. What the fuck? A deserted house. Fuck out of here. Foro Romano, ruins from the ancient Roman era. Are you going?
組織のメンツを考えても、ビスコンティをこのまま見過ごすわけにはいかない。
Yeah, I don't think you can, darling. What about the answer Gil was talking about?
それは
Dante looked away from me hesitantly. I chose my next words carefully. Do you think Gil really believes the Mafia has no future here?
ああ、そうだ。最近は仕事で会うたび、口癖のようにこぼしていた。
That's something, when a person repeats it like that, he had that bug planted in his ear by somebody else. So that's why I still think Raul coerced Gilbert into kind of doing his own bidding. But what do I know?
政府の対マフィア政策は厳しさを増し、この国での商売は先細りになるのが目に見えている。ファルツォーネには強国の後ろ盾があるとはいえ、将来的な不安からは逃れられない。政府が敵に回るなら、これまで以上に取引先や政治家に対しての金のばらまきが必要になる。
So you better hit it off on Wall Street, my dude.
だというのに、金を稼ぐ手段は減っている。真綿で首を絞められているようなものだ。
The Mafia's current outlook seemed bleak, not to mention how bad things could get in the future. Gil and Dante must be keenly aware of the dangers, that their family's survival rested in their hands.
とはいえ、しがらみも多い商売だ。一朝一夕でいきなり廃業するというわけにもいかない。だからギルバートが言っていた答えというのは、ファルツォーネが、俺が、これからどうするのか、どんな生き方をしていくのか、ということだと思う。ギルバートがどうしてこんな真似をしてくるのかわからないが。
Dante suddenly went quiet. He seemed to be still... I was reading right. He seemed to still be pondering the answer. This wasn't a simple decision. In fact, it might be the most important one he had ever faced. 2 days after we ran into Gil, Dante was keeping busy, receiving reports and giving orders to his men over the phone, but every now and again he would stop and sit in silence, as though he was thinking about Gil's question. I decided to stay silent in the room so that I wouldn't get in his way. The meeting was set for tomorrow. It started to pour from the early afternoon. I could hear the pitter-patter of rain against the windows. I climbed into bed, but I couldn't fall asleep no matter how much time passed. I had no choice but to get up.
眠れないのか?
Apparently so. Rain knocks me out. Oh, God. Are y'all like that? If you hear rain, maybe some quiet thunder, like that doesn't make sense, but some mellow thunder, not the boom, that like it sounds like a fucking bomb went off or something, but like the low rumble of thunder, which oh God, that's a better tranquilizer than any medication I could take. Dante was sitting on the sofa, still wide awake. On the table next to him was a glass of amber-colored liquor. I initially thought it was an unusual sight, but upon closer inspection, I noticed the glass was still nearly full. You don't like, I'm guessing that's either scotch or whiskey or some shit. But you don't like, if you don't like your coffee bold and bitter, you wouldn't like your liquor like that. He must have been so deep in thought that he forgot that he had a drink waiting for him. Or it tastes nasty as shit.
まだ眠れそうになくてな。
Well, drink that liquor. You be out like a damn light. Noticing that I was staring at the glass, he smiled slightly. Tastes like shit, doesn't it? I walked out. I walked over to the sofa where he sat and took a seat beside Dante, snuggling against him. We both spent a while sitting in silence and leaning against each other. Suddenly, Dante spoke.
もう答えを出さなくちゃいけないのに、俺はまだ迷っているんだ。
Yeah, that's a heavy question to answer, so I don't blame you. I knew the decision was hard for him. Fuck. Why? Why? Why now? Fuck. You don't need to decide now. ... I don't know. Ooh, this is hard. One thing about me, y'all, is I don't like telling people. I don't tell folks how to run their own business. Like, I also talk a lot, so it's like I don't like being silent. So it's like, damn, what would I choose? Oh, I also noticed the selection. I guess Skelta is Celta. It means to choose or select. So that's interesting. That was the name of Dante's bad ending chapter. Shit. No, let's just let him think it out. Let's just keep silent. I knew I couldn't make the decision for him. As I looked on in silence, Dante mumbled a few words.
ギルバートの言うように、俺たちマフィアは滅ぶ定めなのかも
Who
しれ
is
ない。
saying that? Raul says that. It's like you have to wonder who is telling you. Like, who told you this? Who is telling you this?
だが俺には、ファルツォーネには、ブルローネの生異物を守る使命がある。一族の使命を全うする。それだけを考えるなら、マフィアとしての生き方に見切りをつけるべき時期が来ているのかもしれない。だが、俺はマフィアなんだ。これ以外の生き方を知らない。
Child, you could work them stocks, get your riches up, and you'd be a damn Rockefeller at this point. He quietly and calmly continued.
俺は時代に抗いたい。マフィアが滅びる定めなのだとしても、マフィアとして生きて未来をつかみたい。この決断はただの先延ばしでしかないことも分かっている。だが、これが今の俺の素直な気持ちだ。
His voice was filled with determination, and then he broke into a smile.
ギルバートがこれで納得するかどうかは分からない。あいつは答えを出してから来いと言っていたからな。
Gil might be angry if he thinks you're hesitant in any way.
確かに。
Dante smiled wryly, which made me smile as well. Whatever is on your mind when you see him is what you should say to him, Dante. I'm sure what Gil really wants to hear is how you honestly feel about his question. I would support him no matter his answer. I was sure Gil didn't ask Dante for that question just to hear an answer that was convenient for him. At least, that was what I hoped. The next... voice, please. The next morning, we were met with clear skies and a dazzling sun. Dante wrapped up work early to make some time to spend with me. We went out to a nearby bar around noon and enjoyed ourselves over lunch and drinks. I couldn't stop smiling the entire time we chatted and walked around the city. But soon enough, it was almost time for us to meet Gilbert. Dante didn't dare bring any bodyguards. Only I accompanied him to the designated location. Ugh. Oh, look, it looks just like Berlone. We arrived at the place near the famous Foro Romano, known for its ancient ruins. Gil was already standing there, waiting for us with unflagging confidence.
時間通りだな。
Yes, honey, we're punctual. Now what do you want? Gil gave a slight smile.
それで、答えは決まったのか？
ああ。俺はマフィアとして時代に抗う。
Hey man, that's the answer. You gotta take it or leave it. Gil raised one eyebrow with a little. Sorry. Fuck. Gil raised one eyebrow a little. Then his face twisted with a bitter emotion. He spoke in a low voice, stifling his anger.
本気で言ってるのか？驚いたな。お前がそんなにバカだとは知らなかった。
Damn, Gil, calm down. What the fuck?
現実を見ろ、ダンテ。マフィアはもう生き残れねえんだよ。散々見せつけられてきたはずだろう。
You need to question why he keeps repeating this. Who told you this? Dante frowned at Gil's irritated outburst.
ああ、お前に言われるまでもなく、どれほど厳しい時勢かなんて理解している。だが、それでも決めたことだ。
あのな。
お前にどうこう言われる義理はない。ファルツォーネを追い込んでおいて、今さら何のつもりだ？
Hey, damn straight. Dante raised his voice in anger. Gil gave a heavy sigh, almost as though he was prepared for reproach.
俺の動きにはな、お前の考えてた通り、裏があるんだよ。リュウ・ファンフィが一枚噛んでる。
Of course, y'all can't see, but I'm giving myself props and patting myself on the back. Duh! They have connections in Chicago, and they're also a part of the Legion of Doom that's trying to rip us apart, me and Dante, I mean. Yeah, and we haven't heard from them all this time, so they're gonna really play a hand in this.
リュウ・ファンフィが？
ああ、ラオシュウを潰した落とし前をつけろって。俺とお前とを争わせるつもりで。
Wow.
ふざけるな!
Oh my. Far from satisfied by Gil's confession, Dante yelled loudly. Yeah, I have this TV on low so the echo doesn't pick up. So it doesn't echo, rather. Yeah, I still heard him. He's pretty fucking loud.
だったらなぜそれを最初から言わない?
Yeah, idiot. Why didn't you tell him? Why didn't you pick up the phone when he was trying to call you and find this out? We could have avoided this whole little meetup here. You better have a good reason.
お前は俺のことを友人だと言った。なのに、そんな大事なことをなぜ隠す?
Dante ran forward as I can't read. Every time when those zoom in lines come in, I can't read for some odd reason. Sorry, y'all. Dante ran forward in anger, raising his fist in the air. His punch landed squarely on Gil's cheek. There you go. I gasped at how quickly the situation changed. What if he gets the blicky out? The dual blicky. It seemed Gil had not expected Dante to react so angrily and staggered back from the sudden blow. As he straightened himself out, he glared at Dante.
俺も悩んだんだよ。 世間話みたいに言える話でもねえだろうが。
It would have been much better outcome than this right here. We had to go to freaking Rome to hear this. Gil shouted back at Dante and threw a punch of his own. Okay, at least y'all not shooting each other up. Maybe I should leave. Dante doubled over after Gil punched him in the stomach. Oh, you bastard. I know that.
マフィアとして俺の組織をビスコンティを守っていくためにはどうすりゃよかったと思う。粗品のふりしてファルツォーネを潰すのが一番安全で楽だった。だけど本当にそれしか手がねえのかって俺は。
What?
ギルバート!
Dante lunged forward and grabbed Gil by the collar. Oh my! Not a romantic CG, but one where they're about to mark each other's face up. With the other hand, he sent the punch straight into Gil's face. Oh no, not his pretty face! Come on, y'all, hit below the face. Despite the beating, Gil grabbed Dante's vest, but Dante didn't back down.
お前の悩みなんて知ったことか。どういったところで結局お前はファルソーネを潰そうと。
違うっつってんだろ。人の話を聞け。
Gil's fist landed. Well, how the hell is he listening if you're punching the shit out of him? Gil's fist landed on Dante's cheek mid-sentence. Dante reeled back for a moment, shaking his head, and blood from his mouth dripped at his feet.
他に生き残る方法があるんじゃねえかってそう信じてそう動いたんだよ。なんでわざわざシカゴとつながりがないなんて嘘ついたと思ってる。
Well, Chad, you ain't did a good job because we picked up that you lied from your own words, but really we knew something was going on with you earlier on.
お前が気づくようにだ。お前からも事態が見えるように。
He lied about it on purpose? Yeah. What? I was relieved to finally learn Gil's intention, but the two continued fighting.
知ったことか。俺が気づかなければどうするつもりだったんだ。
As Dante yelled, he landed an uppercut against Gil's chin. Not Jill, sorry.
そこまでバカじゃねえと思ったんだよ、バカ!
Gil yelled back at Dante, punching him hard in the stomach again. Oh my god. Dante coughed and gasped from the hit, but regained his composure slowly and glared at Gil.
マフィアじゃなくなれば生き残れる。外の敵から狙われることもなくなる。それがビスコンティのお前の選択か。
ああ、そう
だ。だったらビスコンティは好きにしろ。だがファルツォーネはマフィアとして生きる。
お前どこまで頑固なんだよ。今まで何度話しても無駄だったよな。
当然だ。俺にはマフィアとしての誇りが。
誇りなら俺にもあるっつうの。
Well, damn, y'all, calm down. They continued landing blows against each other faster than they exchanged words.
お前の言い分もわからないわけじゃねえ。だが現実を見ろよ、ダンテ。切迫した状況に追い込まれりゃお前も納得する。そう思ってわざわざこんな茶番を打った。だがこれだけ追い込まれてもまだわからねえとはな。バカバカ
貴様。
No, please keep knocking some sense into each other. But both of you, stop already! I thought they would eventually manage to work it out, but that testosterone and adrenaline too high, child. Seeing that things would only get worse, I decided to finally step in. Gil, you weren't trying to set us up to get rid of the Falzone, right? Despite being a boss of another family, he went to all this trouble to try and help Dante. I'm sure that if we can calm down and talk a little, we can... No.
お前は口を挟まないでくれ、リリー。
Nah, let them caveman it and beat each other's brains out.
ああ、そうだ。これは男同士で蹴りをつけなきゃならねえ問題だ。俺だって本音を言えば、今でもお前を潰したいなんて思ってねえんだよ。だが、他に選択肢が。
だからそれを最初に言えと言っている。人を友人呼ばわりしておいてちっとも信じていないんだろう。
Yeah, like I said, you use the word friend too loosely, Gilbert. Their fighting continued. Both were covered in blood, but they kept stepping forward after each blow. Perhaps it was a clash of wills, since neither seemed willing to concede first.
だいたい女連れで誘いに乗るとか
Did you say to
どう
bring
かしてん
her?
じゃねえか。
How are you gonna say to bring me along with them? Bring me along, and then now you're saying you're out of your damn mind bringing her here. You told me to do it, or you told Dante to do it. Thank you.
お前が連れてこいと言ったんだろ。
He's like, I didn't think you would actually do it.
だからってバカ正直に連れてくるなよ。俺が本気でお前を殺すつもりなら。
Bruh, I did not play this game. It's just that damn obvious.
本気で殺すつもりならなんていう時点で殺す気もないじゃないか。
当たり前だ。本気ならあんな回りくどくわざわざバールで接触しねえよ。
だいたいお前は誰にでも好かれて自分の力でボスになりやがって。
Oh my god, calm down.
友人も多くて部下に好かれて自分が間違っているかもしれないなんて思いもしないんだろう。調子に乗るな。
はあ？俺が何の努力もしてねえみたいな言い方するなよ。そりゃな、お前みたいに代々続いた組織の後継者ってほど重いもんは背負ってねえよ。
くそ、お前に俺の何がわかる。何が友人だ、何が。
Y'all, calm down. I think y'all gonna have to I don't know. It's a meme that goes around that says, oh, when guys fight, it can be the most bloody, violent 5 minutes of their lives, and then right afterwards they're like, oh, hey bro, you want to go get something to drink? Yeah, sure. And then they're friends again. But girls, we hold a grudge. I don't believe that's true. But I mean, it depends. But for the most part, girls can fight and then make up the next day or so. It takes us a little bit more time, but we can snap back to being friends. It just depends on how severe the offense is.
妙にこだわるな、そこ。そんなに嫌か。俺に友人呼ばわりされるのが。
See, but it loses significance if you call everybody and their mom and dog a friend, and you just barely said howdy doody to somebody. It loses significance. That's why you shouldn't really be so quick to call people friend and shit. You haven't really been with them, know them. When are they gonna stop fighting? Don't tell me they're gonna fight about this now. I looked around, hoping that I could find anything to help. Then saw something. What, like a metal chair to break over their heads? I don't know. Lily, I don't know about this, but okay, you bold. Let's go with it. A bucket filled with rainwater from yesterday. Hose these himbos down. They're too aggro. Calm down, you two. I grabbed the bucket and no, y'all needed to. Y'all were freaking heated. The two stopped in their tracks, completely drenched. They slowly turned toward me. I hope you don't punish me for it. It is not that kind of game. Like a rogue type shit. Don't ask me how I know. It was then I suddenly realized what I had done. I'm sorry. I just... Oh, God. Y'all, please, say something, please. Oh, my God. Everything was silent, save for the sound of water dripping. They were both staring at me for a moment, but they turned their attention back to each other. Oh, well, that fat load of good that did.
仕切り直すか。
それがいいな。服も着替えたい。
I'm so sorry. Realizing once again what I had done, I started blushing furiously as I apologized.
まあいいさ。シニョリーナを蚊帳の外に置いたバチが当たったんだと思っとく。
No, that's not it. That's not it. I just didn't want y'all to keep beating each other up and have y'all faces look like I got assaulted by a bag of nickels or some shit.
クリーニング代はファルツォーネ宛てに請求するが構わねえよな。
Yeah, it was my fault though.
それより、お前のサイズを教えろ。
Ooh,
新品のスーツを仕立ててやる。
damn, Dante, look at that. Gil chuckled at Dante's composed reply. Maybe it was just me, but I felt like Dante and Gil were back to their normal selves again. Suddenly, I felt my own tension about the situation alleviating.
邪魔するぜ。
Ooh, how'd you get in the hotel room? What the hell? That night, Gil visited us at the hotel where we were staying. Dante raised his head to see him coming in.
夕食は済ませたのか。
Gil blinked a few times in surprise at Dante's question.
どうせ長くなる話だ。ルームサービスで料理なり酒なり頼んでも構わないが。
Yeah, why not?
へえ。じゃあ今夜のとこはありがたく気遣いに甘えるとする。
We spent a bit of time discussing appetizers and wine. Damn. It was up to Gil to choose the wine like before, but this time he chose a white wine that he knew Dante liked. Hey, red wine's okay.
ビスコンティはシカゴ進出を目指してる。だがな、それが簡単なことじゃねえのはお前もよく知ってるだろ。
Yep. Gil was the first to start the conversation after our meal arrived. Dante nodded in response, and Gil continued.
それでもつてをたどって何とかやろうとしてた矢先にラウルを通してリュウ・ファンフィから連絡が来た。リュウ・ファンフィの顔に泥を塗った。つまりラオ州を潰した代償を払えと。
But we were the ones that I don't know. Okay, I don't know what happened to the Lao Shu in terms of the gang members, but we were the ones. Me and Dante were the ones that killed Yang. I remember this vividly. Lily popped the gun off like one time to distract him, and then Dante killed him. Dante frowned, seeming to recall the incident. They get killed?
足りんな。
Yeah, And at that point, I fired a shot and then Dante was able to kill him.
渇望しろファルツォーネ。でなければ俺を殺すことなどできん。
But he killed Orlok. I'm so mad at the gang, so he deserved it. It was none other than Dante who killed the Laoshu's leader, Yang. The Visconti provided their assistance back then to help bring about their demise. It felt very uncomfortable to confront what happened back then.
向こうの要求はファルツォーネを潰すこと。そうすりゃうちのシカゴ連中への口利きまでしてくれるって話だ。もし俺が断るようなら、その時は連中どっちの組織も潰すと言ってきた。
しかしリュウ・ファンフイの口利きというのは信じられる話なのか。
Gil chuckled at Dante's response.
そんな餌をちらつかせてきたのは、うちがシカゴ行きの準備をしてるって知ってたからだ。その情報を流したのはシカゴの連中だろう。リュウ・ファンフイは当然あの町にもでかい影響力を持ってるはずだ。
華僑は世界中どこにでもいるからな。だがということは。
Dante frowned and thought again for a moment before continuing.
今だけシカゴに便宜を図るよう指示をして、
Right.
ディスコンティが仕事を終えたら手のひらを返すという可能性もあるんじゃないか。
Right, exactly.
ああ、どうせそんなとこだろ。
Gil shrugged, clearly having already accepted that the Liu Guanghui couldn't be trusted. Both of them sighed, and I asked them a question that was on my mind. Why do you think Raul was acting as a messenger for the Liu Guanghui?
ああ、その辺も調べさせた。ラウルはどうもファシストどもにつながりがあるな。
Dante's gaze sharpened. He looked at Gil and waited for him to continue.
イタリア政府は国内のマフィアを潰したいが、そこにシカゴの連中から物言いが入った。イタリアを追われたマフィアの行き先なんてアメリカくらいだろ。自国の組織なら責任持って買い続けろってわけだ。
なるほど。そこでファルツォーネとビスコンティが潰し合えばどちらにも都合が良くなる図式だ。それはリュウ・ファンフイにとっても同じか。自らが動くまでもなく報復は叶う。
Dante mumbled as he began to grasp the full situation.
ラウルが言うには、この三つどもえの思惑を取り持ったのが強国の人間らしい。
The church? I was surprised to hear about their involvement out of nowhere.
テオって名の聖職者だかなんだかよく知らねえが。
Lily, your antenna should be firing off. Teo. I met someone recently by that name. It's a pretty unique name, too. The image of his face crossed my mind. Well, the name is rather It is? What? Oh well. So I suppose it's just coincidence. Girl, there is no such thing as a coincidence, especially in Otome land. Come on now.
今のところそいつの詳しい情報はないが、とにかく俺としてはファルツォーネと殺し合いにならずに済む道を選びたいとは思ってた。
Okay, Gilbert's trying to be a homie.
だから人に直接危害を加えるようなやり方は避けた。抗争とか襲撃とかな。
Well, the bad ending said otherwise.
おかげで資金面では相当な打撃を受けたが。
Dante replied with a sarcastic smile. With a deep sigh, he gathered his thoughts before turning back to Gil.
お前が手の内を明かした以上、俺もファルツォーネが抱える事情を明かす。部外者には当然聞かせられない話だが、友人になら話してもいい。
Alright. I guess it took y'all beating the crap out of each other to realize that you're friends.
Grazie, Dante.
Dante looked away from Gil's smile, but as promised, he began to explain in detail. He spoke about Raul betraying the family and plotting to have Dante assassinated. He also explained how he let Raul live so that he could find out who was supporting him.
まず、ラウルに協力した誰かの目的を明らかにしなくては。また同じように何者かの後押しを受けて、組織に噛みつく者が現れるかもしれない。だから、根を断つ。ところで、お前がその誰かじゃないだろうな、ギルバート。
なんだって？
You're my friend. Oh, and by the way, friend, did you conspire to have me assassinated, pull strings with my distant relative to try to get my gang or family displaced and a whole bunch of other stuff that'll ruin my life? Gil was clearly dumbfounded by the question, and Dante looked relieved.
まあ、違うだろうとは思っていたが、お前がラウルに裏切りをけしかけたという情報があったんだ。
Yeah, he wouldn't be the type to do that. Like, he's repeating Raul's talking points. I think Raul tried to convince him, put that bug in his ear to try to get rid of the Falzone.
おそらくそれは俺たちの同士討ちを狙ったラウルが流した偽の情報だろう。事の全貌がようやく見えてきた。これ以上ラウルを泳がせる必要はない。処分する。
Yes, God, clap that smarmy bastard.
なるほど。俺としてもラウルは野放しにしておけねえ。こっちも散々煮え湯を飲まされたもんでな。
Gil responded in full agreement.
リーファンフィー絡みの件でラウルと顔を合わせる予定があるのは本当だ。約束の日時は明日。その時お前も来いよ、ダンテ。詳しく話を聞かせてもらおうぜ。
協力に感謝する、ギルバート。
Dante expressed his earnest gratitude toward Gil's offer.
ラウルやリュウ・ファンフイに通じている峡谷の人間が何者かは今後も調べを進める。それでお前はシカゴの件をどうするつもりだ？
ラウルの始末、目下の仕事が片付いたら直接乗り込んで話でもしてくるか。
Won't that be dangerous?
マフィアはやめるって正直に言うさ。アメリカにはいずれ行く。だがその時は犯罪組織としてじゃねえ。そうだな。土地でも転がしてニューヨークの株で儲ける。それならシカゴの連中に文句を言われる筋合いはねえだろう。実業家として商売するためにも連中との縁は切っても切れねえしな。
What do you mean?
いわゆるみかじめ料だのなんだのってやつだ。こちらが金を出す顧客だと分かれば向こうも長い目で見てくれる。いつまでこの好景気が続くか分からねえ。稼げるうちに稼ぐべきだ。時期は逃せねえ。
Gil wore his usual smile, but the tone of his voice was serious. I understood now why he was so determined to move out of Italy and into the American market.
わかった。ファルツォーネはそもそもシカゴに進出するつもりはないし、ディスコンティがそういう手段に出るなら、シカゴがブルローネマフィアにこれ以上文句をつけてくることはないだろ
う。Which means the only ones left are the Liu Huanghui. I didn't say that as a question. Dante nodded in response.
ディスコンティがマフィアとして解体されることになれば、向こうの要求は宙に浮く。改めてファルツォーネに落とし前をつけろと何かしら要求してくるかもしれないが、ヤンがいた頃と違い、現在のラオ州の戦力は大した問題にならない。向こうも迂闊な手は選ばないだろ
う。Oh honey, but there's someone much more intense. I'm not talking about Rui though. There's someone much more intense lurking in the Li Huanghui's shadow.
力で抑えられるってわけか？
I don't know about that.
ああ。だが、シカゴが手を引いたと知れば、リュウ・ファンフイもそれに倣う。可能性としてはこちらの方が高そうだ。リュウ・ファンフイは労せず利を得ようとする組織だからな。
Don't we all?
違いね。俺がビジネスの世界で台頭すれば、改めてリュウ・ファンフィンがゆすりに来ることはあるかもしれねえが、そこはシカゴに何とかしてもらおう。それを見越して金を払っとくってわけだ。
Far more than being simple currency, money had a greater meaning to the mafia. They invested in others and built their network be something of value in the future. This phrase weird, but whatever. With Gil anticipating these issues so far ahead, his foresight was very impressive.
もしラオ州と本気でやり合うことになったら、ビスコンティの兵隊を使ってくれても構わねえ。今すぐ全員連れてアメリカに行ってわけにもいかねえしな。ブルローネにもしばらく拠点は残しとくつもりだ。
感謝する。ならお前の有事の際にはうちから優秀なアンダーボスを貸そう。ちょうど今ニコラはアメリカにいる。シカゴとの交渉にも役立つはずだ。
グラッツェ、そいつは頼もしい話だ。
Suddenly, Dante went quiet as he looked at Gil.
ああ、頼もしいだろう。何より殴り合いなら、俺よりニコラの方が数段上だ。
Yeah, huh? The hell? Wait, did I say that? Oh, yeah, I did, but not in her voice. I wonder what he meant by that. Yeah, me too. Like, what the fuck? Gil also seemed to be somewhat confused.
さっき殴り合った時、力を抜いていただろう。俺は全力だった。
気づいてたか。
Gil looked away and scratched his cheek.
ああいう場面で手加減するのはよくねえよな。悪かった、ダンテ。
Gil chuckled, but his apology to Dante sounded sincere.
まあ、腕力だけが全てじゃない。それは俺もよく知っている。
ああ、確かに。違いねえな。
They both turned and looked at me at the same time. My face reddened as I finally realized what they were referring to. Wait, what? Oh, Well, I went over my head. Oh wow, that went over my head. A drop in the bucket, water under the bridge. Haha, you two. I'll do it again if I have to. Oh, wait, did I read that? Damn, I'm like 0-2 now. God. My face reddened as I finally realized what they were referring to. I'm so sorry about that. I just wanted to stop you two before things got out of hand. So I couldn't believe what I did back then. Girl, if I'm kind of the same way. I don't want to keep hearing continued fighting if I have to be there. So yeah, I will try to intervene. And hey, if it's throwing a bucket, shit, then that's just what'll happen. Gil chuckled, seeing me so flustered trying to come up with an excuse.
前から思ってたが、いい恋人だな、ダンテ。
ああ、俺もそう思う。
Dante readily agreed and turned to look at me. Ow.
謝る必要はない。そういうところはかえってお前らしさだとも思うし。
What, y'all would have shot the other person that did this?
お前が見た目よりおてんばなのはずいぶん昔から知っているからな。
Yeah. Memories of things I had done in the past returned to mind, and I felt myself blushing again. In any case, Gil and Dante were finally able to be honest and talk things out. They had promised to help each other again, and the future was starting to look less grim. The anxiety that had filled my heart was finally melting away. Yay! Recordo. Interesting. Record, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't sound like it. All right, y'all. So with that, this was a bit of a chunky one. Bit of a chunky episode. So, yep, that's gonna do it. Y'all know, chapter of video. I thank you all for tuning in, chilling with your girl. Hope you had a little fun. I had fun reading, and yeah, what a interesting CG that popped out of this. But folks, thank you all. Can never thank you enough. So Friday, you're gonna get the Real Deal Holyfield, the final, the conclusion to Dante's true end or true route, whatever. Route 50%. I might be missing something along with Nicola, but yeah, folks. Oh, also shit. That's when Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom comes out. Yeah, I've been trying to get a damn collector's edition, but no luck on my end. So I'm not gonna play that though. I haven't played Breath of the Wild, and I have the collector's edition for Breath of the Wild too. Yeah, sorry I'm rambling. I have to take the dog out. So folks, until next video, hope you'll join me for the exciting conclusion of Dante's route. Of course, we're gonna have to, if we haven't got all the shit from this playthrough and the alternate choices for chapter 5, then we'll have to wait until we could like tie up loose ends for before we go into Alternativa, because I want everybody to be at 100% before we go there. But yeah. All right, y'all. Y'all know my philosophy on this YouTube shit. View what you wanna, do what you wanna, and I'll see you lovely lads, last season legends in the next episode. So until then, my friends, take care, take it easy, and peace.